I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now and unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Right down, I didn't listen to that voicemail, or TikTok that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you now.
What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to the Weekly Rewind. My name is Billy Floyd. It's 7:05 p.m. on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, January 26th. It is good to see you. Hello, everybody. Now, I do want to say this before we even go further. Number one, how does it look and how does it sound? We rely solely on the feedback from our audience to make sure that we are bringing you the utmost in entertainment and quality effects of video and audio. But I hope you guys are having a good one. If you're in the chat, please check in, say hi. It's great to see everybody, and thank you guys so much for spending some time with us tonight. A huge shout out to the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. Thank you very, very much for letting us stream to your pages as well on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, and on Facebook. A huge shout out to all the KitchenKillaz community. Hope you guys are having a really good day. I want to give a huge shout out if you're in Florida. FYI, just to let you know, if you're in Central Florida, we're looking at a little bit of a freeze tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get a little cold. It's getting colder right now. It's down to 58. Stand by. It might be even colder. It's down to 58. Let me see. Oh, yeah, 57. And it's dropping. So if you're in Florida, bundle up, kids. Turn on your heater. You don't have to do that many times during the year, but you're definitely going to have to do that tonight if you want to keep those Tootsies warm. You know what I mean? Nobody wants your Tootsies to not be warm. It's not fun. You don't want cold Tootsies. But I hope you guys are having a good one. Wanted to check in really quick. We have some really cool stuff coming up this week. I want to give a huge shout out to the Voodoo Chef for inviting us to be a part of Children's Gasparilla, not only last Saturday, but have invited me to be part of Children's Gasparilla, Big Gasparilla this Saturday, which is really, really cool. I get to kick it on the float with Chef Eric, hang out with the band Wicked, and even jam a couple jams with them, which I'm really looking forward to. So with that said, I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out. This is what we do. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and staying out of trouble. Thank you guys for tuning in and spending some time with us. This past week was a lot of fun. I'm going to give a huge shout out to everybody that made it possible. We had a really, really good show on Monday, just coming into Gasparilla, getting ready, talking about it, making everything happen, which was a lot of fun. And then we did a rebroadcast of our third annual Meatloaf Mayhem mashup this past Friday. A great show on Wednesday for our Patreon. Thank you guys very, very much for being a part of that. And then this past Saturday, I got to spend some time with Chef Eric Youngs, with Michelle, with the KitchenKillaz team. Even the lovely Lisa Wine joined us with her daughter Molly for her 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Molly. So they joined us as well on the float. I have some pictures and some videos from that. And I want to give a huge shout out to the entire Voodoo team for welcoming us onto the float and making us feel part of the family. It's always a wonderful, wonderful time to get together. It was nice and warm this time. This Saturday, we're looking at some cold temperatures. We're looking at about 39 degrees, 38 degrees in Tampa this Saturday. So we're going to be warmed up and ready to rock. But last week was a lot of fun. And I always want to take time, especially with something this big, because we don't always see what's under the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? When it really comes down to it. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can do some things here. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Bum, 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 bum. Let me do one of those. Let me do one of those. And we should see that go there. There we go. All right, fantastic. Bingo. I love the fact that I can shut off my TV from my phone. It's just awesome because there was Breaking Bad was up there, and I don't want Facebook to get mad and flag us. But it takes a lot to put these Voodoo Chef Foundation floats together when it comes to Gasparilla. Not only does it take a lot of time, a lot of investment, it is a big financial investment as well. So the fact that we get to be a part of it is just amazing, and I can't say thank you to Chef Eric Youngs and the Voodoo Chef team enough for not only welcoming us onto the float, but again, just making us feel like part of the family and part of the team. If you guys have never had the opportunity to go and see a Gasparilla float, by all means, I recommend it. The children's float was just this past Saturday. The big float is coming up, or the big Gasparilla is coming up this Saturday. And I say big Gasparilla because it's about twice as long. Children's Gasparilla is about 2.5 miles. You'll see about 350,000 people. Big Gasparilla is about 6.5 miles, and you see about 750,000 people. So there's a really big difference, and that comes with energy and beads and time and team and food and everything. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes that I don't even know about in regards to how big of an event Gasparilla really is. If you guys have ever had the opportunity to go to Tampa and see this Gasparilla float, you're talking 110, 120, 130 floats. And there's a lot of people that are involved. Not only the men and women in blue for all of our security, the fire department, emergency services are out there, security services are out there. It is a really, really, really big deal. So the fact that we got to be a part of it, again, got to stand on that float with Chef Eric Youngs and the Voodoo team is just heartwarming and absolutely amazing, and I can't say thank you enough. I'm going to show you a couple videos and a couple photos just from this past week just to be able to honor it, and then we're going to talk about Big Gasparilla coming up this Saturday, again in Tampa, right down Bayshore Boulevard. Absolutely fantastic, into the heart of Tampa, and I've been invited to join Chef Eric Youngs on the bow of the ship as we are rocking to some AC/DC with our good friends Wicked, coming in from New York to crush the poop deck, if you will, and absolutely rock out Tampa Bay. It's going to be so much fun. Sponsored by Monster, so Monster is all over that. We party like monsters. We have a great time. We bust out the delicious cigars that Tampa has to offer. So if you guys are cigar people, Tampa is definitely a great place, a fantastic haven to be able to find some of the most incredible hand-rolled cigars you're going to find. Absolutely fantastic. Sean Fleener, good to see you. Not only was it good to see you on Saturday morning approaching the float, but it was also great to see you and all those people. We got to catch you in the crowd as well. So that was awesome, Fleener. Thank you very much, man. Always good seeing you. Are you going to be there this Saturday? That's my question. I can't even move the show forward, sir, until I find out if Sean Fleener is going to be there this Saturday. Just blessing us with his presence. I hope so. But we had a really good time. Absolutely fantastic. And a huge shout out to all the sponsors and everything and everybody that came to put that whole thing together. One of the things I do want to do is I want to go ahead and bring this up real quick. We're going to just go through, can't wait for this weekend. I'm there, bro. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So I'm going to go through a couple photos that we have that we were able to take and get taken care of and all that other good stuff. Let me see what we've got here. Oh, Mr. Bill Keevan. Let me actually close some of these. There we go. All right. So we are just, we're chatting. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is a fantastic shot right here. This is Chef Eric Youngs, our good friend Mitch. And this is actually one of Mitch's students. And she works at the Tavern, which is the restaurant connected to Chef Mitch's high school. And they are a full-service restaurant. They have been absolutely crushing it. I was fortunate to be invited last year to go in and actually MC an entire event that they had going on. They were doing a competition, which was absolutely out of this world. So Mitch and Chef Eric have both become some pretty good friends of mine over the past couple years, and just really, really happy to be able to spend time with them. A lot of amazing volunteers this past weekend, a lot of great kids and young students and culinary students that are all part of the Voodoo Chef Foundation. They got to spend some time with us this Saturday. We got to spend some time with them this past Saturday, and a lot of fun. A great shot of Chef Eric Youngs and just a couple of the people that he absolutely inspires. So anytime you come out to the float, you're going to find right on the outside of the float, there's going to be an artist doing some incredible face makeup. And this is the opportunity that you have. You can do whatever you want. There's, again, another great shot of Chef Eric Youngs. There she is right there, putting it together, making everybody look beautiful, doing pirate makeup and the sugar skulls and just really, really cool stuff. So if you want to come out, you want to have some brownies, have some pizza, have some delicious sandwiches, and you want to get involved, they're normally looking at accepting volunteers. There's a lot of floats that need a lot of volunteers to be a part of it. Again, you're talking hundreds of thousands of people that come to attend these events. It takes a lot. A great shot of one of the coolest families on the float. I was really fortunate. Me and this gentleman to the left here, I was standing on the poop deck singing some songs during pre-show, and he was actually singing along to a lot of the jams that I was playing, so I could tell that him and I probably grew up on some very, very, very familiar music. It's just some really cool stuff, man. There's a shot right there, man. Actually getting close to the end of the float. That was the lovely Yoli. She got in and grabbed a shot. There was Chef Eric and I standing up at the bow, just finishing off those beads, throwing them out to all those incredible kids and those young ladies and gentlemen and amazing parents and all those amazing people that were just there. The staff and security, again, there was just so many people. A great shot right there. It's always good hanging out with Eric. He's taught me so much, not only about life, liberty, and love, but just about family and patience and understanding and knowledge and forgiveness. So a huge shout out to Eric again. That's one of my favorite shots. I always try to get a shot with Eric, just because I know he's a busy man. This was actually our photographer to the left here. She took all the pictures and she did such a fantastic job. Another great shot right here, just of some of the volunteers and the young, one of the young gentlemen that was joining us, helping throw beads out, helping be a part of the whole situation, dads and alike. And you can see a really, really cool thing about this is every now and then in some of these pictures, you'll see these incredible top hats, and they have an amazing story. We'll get into that a little bit later. Here's a great shot right here from the ground looking up. Chef Eric Young's making it happen. Chef Eric makes it all happen, baby. Now, he's very, very humble. He won't say he's the reason for the season, but he's most certainly the reason for the season. And just everything that he's done in the Hillsborough County community for the Culinary Institute and culinary students through donations and grants and scholarships and just trying to help people better themselves in every way they can, and I can't say any different. He has absolutely offered me that exact same thing, just a way to better myself, to meet more people, to network better, to get to learn, to put myself in a field of professionals that I'm relatively new in. So I felt like a small fish in a big pond, and I love feeling like a small fish in a big pond because that tells me there's a lot I can learn, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that I can obtain from these incredible people that have done so well for themselves and really made a wonderful name for themselves in the community. Another great shot right here. Worship the flavor, baby. Taste the magic. There's Chef Mitch right at the top. He actually sang a little Bad Leroy Brown with me, and you can see half of me right behind this main post right here. But another great shot of Chef Eric, just taking a shot with some of the students and some of the people that are part of the Culinary Institute. You can see they have their chef jackets on, all volunteers, just excited to be a part. And then some of that awesome kick-ass makeup right there that they had done before the show actually happened. Again, a little pre-show, again, and this is for kids of all ages. As you can tell, you're going to see kids of all ages at this. It is a dry event, meaning that there's no alcohol, there's no cigars, nothing crazy like that. It is 100% focused on and to influence and just spend a wonderful, wonderful amount of time for the kids to come out and have an absolutely great day. Another great shot of Chef Eric Young's. He loves to hobnob with the rich and famous and the movers and the shakers in Hillsborough County and Tampa, and it's always wonderful to see him grow his network. This is an absolutely fantastic shot. This is Chef Eric Young's all the way to your right. Then we have my man Spider Joshua right in the middle and Big Eddie C to the left. This is part of the Voodoo crew. I've known these guys for a couple of years, and hard to find better friends. Eric's worked really, really hard throughout his years to be able to cultivate an incredible collection of amazing people and wonderful, wonderful friends that are just loyal through and through. And it's really good to be in the company of such a great gentleman, and the fact that I don't have as much gray hair in my beard as they do makes me feel young. Yeah, baby. A nice shot. Eric Young's just looking out in the Tampa Bay, man, having a good time. So thank you guys very much for spending a little time with us, just going through a couple little shots for the Voodoo Chef float right there, getting all the way through. We'll go ahead and rock through those photos one more time, and then let's go ahead and stop on my favorite photo. Bingo bongo, baby, right there. Me and Chef Eric Young's just kicking it and having a really good time. What's up, Candyman? Great to see you. Sean Fleener, he's a great person, brings people together like Billy Floyd and Sean Fleener. Amen, brother. Amen. Good to see you, Candyman, in the house, and I hope you guys are here. If you guys are checking in, if you're in the chat, please go ahead and put something up in the comments. I'd love to say hi to you, and thank you very much for spending some time with me. I know you have a lot of opportunities when it comes to your entertainment, and the fact that you choose to hang out with me for even a couple minutes just warms my heart, and it's not gas or acid reflux. It's love. Yeah. Congratulations. So one of those really cool things, and we always want to be able to honor the people that we spend time with. We want to make sure that we spend as much time showing them gratitude and showing them the thank yous and the appreciation as we move throughout our days. And hopefully if we just spend time trying to show gratitude toward each other, it's just a wonderful, wonderful place. Jimmy Liberati in the house, baby. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. So here's another one I want to bring up. I got a couple videos, a couple little tiny things we're gonna go ahead and run through real quick and just kind of check out what is going on and seeing what is happening here. So we'll start with a couple photos. These were just some photos that I took from the ship or from the float as I was just running around because we're super, super busy. The float's moving. Everybody's going crazy. The music's rocking. Kids are screaming. We saw about 350 to 400,000 people this past Saturday at Children's Gasparilla. And coming up to Big Gasparilla on Saturday, this coming Saturday, we're looking at about 750,000. So we should be looking at about 700 to 750,000 people at the Gasparilla Parade this Saturday. And about 4 million people will be watching from the television, which is absolutely fantastic that I even get to play a little bit of music. To be heard by that many people is just heartwarming. So thank you very much again for the opportunity, Chef Eric, to allow me to do that and play with you and play with Wicked. What an absolute stunning experience it's going to be able to share a bow with you, brother, and then to rock out with the boys from Wicked. Are you kidding me? If you guys don't know Wicked, you got to give them a look, man. They're from New York. They're absolutely fantastic. You want to talk about that incredible soul of 80s hair band? Oh, it's still alive and kicking, baby, and Wicked kicks its ass. So they're going to be crushing it on the float this Saturday. I'm going to be jamming a little bit just beforehand, and then Chef Eric and I are going to be joining the boys in Wicked for a little AC/DC, from my understanding, toward the end of the float, to make sure as we pull on to Ashley Drive right through the heart of Tampa, we'll be rocking and rolling 7 pieces strong. Just absolutely crushing it. Live music from the float. We're the only float in all the floats with live musicians, the only one. Sometimes they have DJs. Most people are just playing a Spotify set list, but we're really, really fortunate we're able to share the stage and share the float with incredible live musicians, and I'm happy to be able to grab a guitar and jump up on stage, jump up on the bow of the float with Chef Eric by my side and by his side, just rocking some AC/DC with the boys from Wicked as they crush the poop deck. Now, I know it's interesting to hear it like that, but that's what's up. What's up, Kendra? Hello. Hope you guys are having a good one. And again, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. So let me bring this up. We're going to go through a couple ones just because I like to honor the people that we honor. So this was our photographer of the evening, and she took pictures of everybody. She spent time all day long off the float, on the float, taking pictures of everybody, taking pictures all over the place. And I didn't think anybody got her picture. So I was like, let me see if I can snag a selfie. And this was like mid-run. I didn't even really get to speak to her. She was so busy. But a huge shout out to her. She was our photographer of the day. Really fortunate to have her. She was all over the place, and she took some absolutely amazing photos. You know, another shot of me and Chef Eric anytime I have the opportunity to grab one, because we're all busy, baby. We're all working hard. So you got to hurry up and snag your picture, because it is a moving and a grooving float. You know, this is the lovely Yoli. Absolutely love Yoli. She runs a tight ship, no pun intended, and she is part of that voodoo crew that makes this whole thing go around. And I really, really try to, at least as busy as it was, grab as many selfies as I could and some pictures with the people that are part of that core voodoo organization that make this entire thing happen. A huge shout out to Big Eddie C. That's one bad mother right there. And let me tell you, that's a good dude. He is a good dude. He's a passionate guy. He's super, super smart. He's incredibly, incredibly knowledgeable for all things, and he's one loyal dude. So a huge shout out to Big Eddie C for just giving me that rock star scream as Big Eddie C does. You know, this is the lovely Molly. This was Lisa Wine's daughter. It was her 15th birthday. I've known Lisa since 2001. I was really happy that Lisa and Molly got to join us for the day, and we got to spend some time together, and Molly got to celebrate her 15th birthday, not only later that night with some delicious food, but with us on the Gasparilla float, just kicking it and having a good time and spending time with everybody. You know, it's an absolute blessing. There's the lovely Lisa Wine, the original Lisa Meyer Henry. We've been friends for 25 years now, and a huge shout out to Lisa. She's been a huge KitchenKillaz supporter, a huge supporter of myself throughout my music, from Open back to 2002, 2003, through Smile McGee, all the way through KitchenKillaz. A huge shout out to Lisa Wine. She's an absolute angel. 2 of the stickers that we have from KitchenKillaz were commissioned by Lisa Wine from Brian Demeter, and she has been an absolutely massive supporter of KitchenKillaz for years, and she's been a dear, dear friend of mine for a very long time. So it was a heartwarming thing, Lisa. I'm so glad you got to come out and spend some time with us. It was wonderful that you were able to bring Molly, and she was able to spend a little time for her 15th birthday hanging with us miscreants. The lovely and magnanimous Michelle Hess wouldn't be able to do it without her, you know, so she crushed it that day too. It was a lot of fun. She worked really hard. They are long days, guys. I mean, we're getting out there at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. The float doesn't even leave till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're not done till 6:30, 6:45. You're not packed up and back to the car till 7, 7:30. You're not home till 9. So you're looking at a 12-hour day, non-stop energy. It does not stop. So a huge shout out to Michelle Hess. Not everybody would be able to carry a torch that long, but she does it like a true champion. This is my man Mitch right here. Really fortunate I was able to spend some time with him at Knight's Tavern just about 6 months ago. They had a really, really cool competition out there, and again, it's a part of a restaurant that's connected to the high school. It is a full-service restaurant, and he invited me out there to MC a really, really cool event. So it's always good hanging with Mitch, and next year we're actually putting some songs together that he can sing all of, because he absolutely crushes Bad Leroy Brown with me. It's one of my favorite things that I get to do with Mitch. I got to do it last year with him. I was really happy to do it this year with him, and he's just an absolutely wonderful individual, man. A huge shout out. Again, this is just a little bit of a selfie. That's actually Mitch's wife back there. She was incredible. She was super, super cool. She held down the poop deck big time. This is part of the crowd that we got to look at. Here's another side of the crowd. I mean, there's just so many people that go out to something like this, you know, and go out and spend time with everybody and go out and be able to actually kick it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. It's only 13 seconds long. This should just give you a little bit of the sound, a little bit of the idea of what's going on here. So imagine this going on for about 2.5 miles. As far as the eye can see, it is just people. So many. You know, a lot of security, a lot of the police departments out there. Huge shout out to all the incredible law enforcement officers that are out there to provide safety, make sure everybody stays out of trouble and enjoys themselves. A lot of vendors, a lot of incredible foods, and amazing people. Just really, really, really good stuff. This one is a little bit longer, so this kind of gives you an idea of just the breadth, just the depth of this. And this is only 1 minute. It's 1 minute long, and we're on this float. This float lasts for about 2 hours. You know, so we're only going 2.5 miles an hour, but we're going very, very slow. We're only doing a couple miles an hour. You know, so we're doing about 3. Maybe 3 miles an hour, going 2.5, 3 miles with all the stops in between. So it takes a couple hours to get there. So this is just a small sample of the people that are at Children's Gasparilla. And this is about half of the people that will be at Gasparilla this Saturday. We'll get back to that because he just broke my heart a little bit. As far as the eye can see, just amazing groups of people. Loving the beads. Wanting the beads, just absolutely looking forward to it. Absolutely loving it. The parents, the kids, the creativity, the way that they create little baskets for you to throw beads in and targets for you to throw beads at. You know, kids on their dads and mom's shoulders, just reaching out, having a wonderful time, and nothing was making these people happier than just throwing them a set of beads and watching how happy they became and how much those little kids' faces lit up when you make eye contact with them from the float and you throw them some beads. Absolutely fantastic. I'm a long thrower. I like to throw a long way, so I would always look for people that couldn't get close. I'd pick them out. They would see me. I would see them. Boom, baby. I'd try to hit them. I was actually really good. My completion ratio was absolutely fantastic this past weekend. Just some really, really cool stuff, man. How fortunate we were to be able to spend time with everybody and be able to really, truly enjoy everything that was going on. Really, really happy to be able to do that. A huge shout out to Chef Eric Youngs, the Voodoo Chef Foundation, the Voodoo crew, for inviting me to be a part of it. It was absolutely wonderful. And looking forward to going back this Saturday for Big Gasparilla. Again, this last Saturday, about 350,000 people, which is insane. This next Saturday, about 750,000 people. We'll see 700 to 750,000 people. Now, it is going to be a little cold in Tampa this Saturday, but I guarantee you it's not going to stop these rock stars from coming out and enjoying Gasparilla. It never does. I think a couple years ago we played in the cold and the rain. The great Commodore and I got to stand atop the float during Children's Gasparilla, and we got to rock the entire show, man. And it was absolutely awesome. And it was windy, and it was rainy, and it was cold, and that didn't stop a single soul from having an absolute blast. So again, a huge shout out to everybody that makes it possible, man. I can't thank you enough for not only putting on such a wonderful event just for the individual float for the Voodoo Chef Foundation, but just the entire team that it takes to put Gasparilla together. If you guys have never been to a Gasparilla, it's really hard to conceptualize how big it really is, you know. However, if you've been to Gasparilla, you may understand the dynamic and the size of what it takes to put an event like this together. And then to put an individual float together is a massive, massive deal. So a huge shout out to you guys for inviting KitchenKillaz to be a part of it. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to see so many familiar people and so many amazing people. I get to jam some jams and see everybody and have a great time. And it really is about the relationships you cultivate, guys. You know, it really is. I was very, very fortunate to meet Chef Eric Youngs. I was introduced to Chef Eric Youngs through Magic Foot. The great Josh Mullis introduced me to Chef Eric, and Chef Eric and I became friends immediately. We found out we both love music. We both love playing live music, and that was it. We both have fairly big personalities, you guys would probably guess, so we became friends really quickly. I do everything I can to support the Voodoo Chef Foundation and support Voodoo, and Eric does so much to support KitchenKillaz. He's going to be right in this kitchen in April, on April 17th. He's going to be right here putting together an incredible menu, which I'm really excited for because Eric is he's just an incredibly busy person. He's wrapped up big time into Hillsborough County and the culinary institutions, and he puts so much love to his foundation and so much love into what he does on a daily basis. The fact that he has some time and he set some time aside to come and hang out with us and crash our kitchen is just absolutely heartwarming, man. I can't thank Chef Eric enough. You know, and to the entire team, just thank you very much. You know, I know I've said thank you 1,000 times, but I just need you guys to know how grateful I am. And I think I can speak on behalf of my team as well and everybody that was there that I brought with me, how absolutely blessed and thankful we were to be a part of it and to be invited to be a part of it. You know, so if you guys ever find yourselves with the opportunity to go check out a Gasparilla, do it. Absolutely check it out. Kids Gasparilla is a lot of fun. It is a dry event, so there's no vendors with alcohol or liquor or anything like that. It's for the kids. This next Saturday is not for the kids. It is not a dry event either. So you're going to see beautiful whiskeys and delicious drinks, and you're going to see beers and cocktails. Even on the float, we're going to be smoking cigars. We're going to be enjoying ourselves, throwing out some beads, playing some rock music, having some drinks, all sponsored by Monster. A huge shout out to Monster. Party like a monster, baby. And so this Saturday is absolutely going to be fantastic. But we're going to bundle up because it's going to be cold out there. You know, so this week we got some good stuff coming up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I chatted about our last week and about Gasparilla this past Saturday. Sunday was a very easygoing day for me. I just try to take it as easy as possible. You know, you got to recoup after so much energy is given on a day like Saturday. We got a great wrap-up or a rewind right now. Tomorrow is prep for Friday because we just came up with an idea just pre-show about what we were going to do on Friday. Here is KitchenKillaz because, again, what's up, Tracy Perry? Great to see you. Again, this Saturday we have big Gasparilla, and that's a lot of energy. So Friday here is going to be super chill. I was like, man, we need to do something really easygoing, really chill, really relaxing, you know, but something that's kind of related to Gasparilla. How can we do that? How can we keep it chill? How can we keep it kind of easygoing so we can conserve energy and be prepped for Saturday? So I'm just thinking. I'm like, okay, Monday we got the rewind. You know, Tuesday's a prep day. Wednesday we have Patreon. Thursday we've got TikTok. Friday is our KitchenKillaz show, and then Saturday we're back at Gasparilla. So I said, you know what, on Friday, I'd really like to cook some food. I just really want to whip something up. And I've been seeing Chef and Sean Fleener. If you guys have a moment to click on Sean Fleener's name, go to his Facebook profile and look at all the food that this dude cooks up. And he whips it up and crushes it. He uses Voodoo Chef Foundation seasonings, Voodoo seasonings, which is so cool. Sean Fleener's actually killed some tater tots right in this kitchen. So if you go there, you can see all the food that Sean Fleener has created. He takes pictures of it. He uses a lot of Voodoo Chef seasonings, and it's absolutely inspirational. So Voodoo posted this past Sunday that he had a very relaxing day. He put some food together. He just wanted it nice and easy, nice and chill, but he put together some Voodoo shrimp. And let me tell you, they look absolutely fantastic. And I was like, you know what? How can we honor Voodoo? How can we do that? How about this Friday? Myself, Michelle, and Tyler, we're going to do our best to make Voodoo shrimp. We're going to do our best to make it the way Chef Eric makes it. You know, so I'm going to bring that up. There it is. And let me tell you, that Cuban bread right there, homemade. Everything that you're looking at is homemade. Nothing is pre-bought, nothing like that. Everything is homemade, except for the shrimp. We didn't make the shrimp. God made the shrimp. Or the ocean made the shrimp. Or shrimp eggs made the shrimp. Or Allah made the shrimp. Or whoever knows. The great beyond made the shrimp, whatever you want to call it. The universe made the shrimp. But the shrimp we did not make. However, we're going to cook them. And we're going to eat them. So to honor Chef, to honor Voodoo, to thank him so much, Michelle, Tyler, and I are going to do our best as 3 people to do what Chef Eric does as 1 person and make some absolutely bomb Voodoo shrimp. Suck them, peel them, eat them. No. Peel them, eat them, shuck them. No. Peel them, eat them, suck them, eat them, peel them. There's an order for those three things. I don't know what it is. Peel them first, and then suck them. No, suck them, then peel them, then eat them. That's what it is. Because you got to get the flavor, you got to get the seasoning off the outside of the shell. So you suck them, you peel them, bing, bang, boom, you eat them. So that's what we're going to do this Friday. We're going to do our best to make voodoo shrimp. Voodoofied, baby. We're going to do the Cuban bread. We're going to do the shrimp. We're going to do the broth. We're going to do all the delicious butters. We're going to take it step by step, suck them, peel them, eat them. Ah, I was right. I got it. We're going to follow step by step the incredible recipe to put these voodoo shrimp together, just in honor of Chef Eric Young's. I don't know if it's going to come out like his picture, but we're going to try. You know, like we've whipped up some pretty delicious dishes in this kitchen right here. So Michelle, Tyler, and I already started talking a little bit about it. We're going to go over the recipe tonight. We're going to do all of our prep as much as we need to do on Thursday and Friday, and then Friday night live at 9:05 right here, baby. We are going to be specifically and primarily focused right in that kitchen on creating some delicious voodoo shrimp. Sean Fleener says, can't peel first, you lose the great juice. Exactly. See, people don't understand that, Sean. They get nervous. People get nervous. They don't understand how to eat seafood. They get scared. They don't know what to do. It's okay. Hang out with us. We'll help you out, you know. So this Friday, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be whipping up that bad boy right there, which is actually a shot from Chef Eric's Voodoo Chef page on Facebook. He just made this past Sunday. That's what he did this past Sunday. He whipped that up on this past Sunday. We're going to do our best to honor that incredible recipe, to honor the great Eric Youngs, to honor the fantastic voodoo chef who's invited us to be part of Gasparilla, which is all about voodoo, baby. Let's do it. You know, we're going to be on the voodoo float. Why not create a voodoo dish made by the voodoo chef to honor Eric Youngs himself? Why not? You know, this is the best thing to do. So this Friday, that's what we're going to be doing. Really looking forward to it. I'm getting excited just talking about it, man. I'm getting excited talking about it right now. You know, so we're keeping it really, really small. We're not it's not going to be a crazy crowd. It's just going to be probably just the three of us just hanging out and doing our best to make this amazing food, to make sure we can do as best as we can to make it happen with the Voodoo Chef recipe. What's up, Christian Basil, legend of traveling TARDIS? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge shout out to my man Christian Basil. His YouTube channel just passed 2.5 million views, dude. Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. I have a thing. Oh, yeah. It's going to be good. I have that thing. You have that thing. Wait. Here, what does this do? It wasn't really intense. It said applause intense. I don't know if that was really intense. They have a better applause. I don't know. They have a screaming guy, a gong, a punch, a bounce. I don't know. We're going to do it one more time. That's right. Congratulations, Christian Basil. I know you've been working really hard. He says, wait. 2.9 million. That's what's really going on. 2.9 million views. How incredible is that? So a huge shout out to Christian Basil. Thank you very much for letting us not only be a part of your community as well, my man Christian, but also for being such a great part of ours. You know, a huge shout out to you guys, and thank you very much. And if you guys aren't catching the drift, this is pretty much how it happens, you know? You got people like Christian Basil, who has the legend of the traveling TARDIS, and he's networking with guys like Billy Floyd, who have the KitchenKillaz, and he's working with guys like Chef Eric Youngs, who has the Voodoo Chef Foundation, and we all do our best to help each other out. That's it. Just help each other. There's always a way. There's enough cake to go around, baby. You know what I mean? Right, Tracy Perry? That's a lot of views. 2.9 million. It's mind-blowing, dude. Mind-blowing. So we all try to help each other out. Tracy Perry, a great example as well. You know, I get to perform with Tracy Perry a couple times a year. Hopefully sometimes at Fringe Festival if we're able to work ourselves in there. Then we do the Orlando Renaissance Festival, and we were really fortunate to be invited to the Space Coast Renaissance Festival this past January, just a couple weeks ago. This past January, it's still freaking January. Just a couple weeks ago, where I got to be a poet to the court. Yes, that's right. And Bill and Tracy were the Counting Countess. We had an absolutely fantastic time. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I know Bill Keevan. How did I know Bill Keevan? Through Tracy Perry. How do I know Tracy Perry? Through Jen Hogan. Jen Hogan introduced us to so many incredible people, and Jay and I got to play at Disney's Nature Preserve one day. We met Tracy Perry. Then we were introduced to Bill Keevan, which I had recognized him because I saw him doing trivia at Waco Taco. Then Bill and Billy, we started talking and realized, holy smokes, man, we actually have a lot in common. He invited me to be a part of the Fringe Festival, invited me to be a part of the Renaissance Festival, and I'm really happy that they have become such close friends of mine. They've given me the opportunity to step into something that I loved for such a long time, but I just didn't have the network anymore, which is acting. Absolutely amazing. So it's wonderful to be able to see all these people come together, to be able to work together and trade with each other and help each other and just build this beautiful community of creativity and love. It's absolutely fantastic. And I implore you, make sure you're building your network, man. Keep those people close and be the kind of person that you would want to have in your life. Be that person of love and understanding and empathy and forgiveness. Do that. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. I guarantee you'll wake up happier and you'll go to sleep more satisfied. Tracy Perry, I love our circle and creative geniuses. Is that how you spell it? Geniuses? Anyway, you get it. What up, dude? Great to see you, Bearded Monkey Twisted Q in the house. Mr. D, what's up, man? Man, great to see you, sir. Are you doing the Voodoo Burger Bash this year or no? I gotta know, man, because I always look forward to seeing you at Voodoo Burger Bash, bro, and I hope you're gonna be there. You guys got to check it out. Voodoo Burger Bash happens every year in Tampa. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just incredible. There's live music all over the place, musicians everywhere, food everywhere, burgers everywhere, vendors everywhere. It is bonkers, but it's an absolute blast. You know, so again, a wonderful circle that we're a part of, and just doing our best to do our best, and then invite people to be part of it, and then just watch what happens. You invite people to be a part of your circle, and if you do it with love, they'll invite you to be a part of theirs, and that's how I get to be a part of so many circles. You know, it's like the Olympic rings, bing, 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 all that good stuff. Bearded Monkeys Twisted Q. You know what I'm saying, Sean Fleener? That's right, baby. And my man Bearded Monkey, he puts it down. He's got that flavor. It's delicious. You know, so this Friday, I'm really looking forward to it. Full circle. I know I went on a bit of a tangent there, but that's what we're going to be doing this Friday. We're going to be sitting down. We're going to be hanging out. Me, Michelle, and Tyler are going to be whipping it up in the kitchen, seeing if we can create the incredible Voodoo Chef Voodoo Shrimp right there. There's a shot right there that Voodoo took on Sunday. That homemade Cuban bread, those delicious shrimp, that amazing, oh, my goodness gracious. I am so excited to be able to see this whole thing go down. He says, yeah, boy. Oh, my man. Yeah, it's going to be there. I hope so, dude. I hope so. Unless you're responding to Sean Fleener. I don't know if you're responding to Sean Fleener with that or if you're responding to me with that. I have no idea. But I hope you're there, dude, because it just ain't the same. It just ain't. It wouldn't be the same if you weren't there. You got to be there. Got to be there. I will revolt. I will protest. No, not really. But I will be like, what the hell? And then I'll be messaging you on Facebook, and I'll be hitting you up being like, dude, what's going on? I miss you. You got to be here because this place needs the Bearded Monkey. I know that sounded weird to say, but it's absolutely fantastic. You know, so I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you're looking to a wonderful week. Again, if you're in Florida, it is going to get cold tonight, baby. So make sure you are taking all the precautions, bringing your plants, cover the things, turn the other things on, make sure the water's running a little bit over here, and watch your heater, and make sure your filters are changed down, bring in all the pets, you know, everything you need to do to make sure that everything stays alive and not broken. Pretty much that's what you want to do, right? Keep everything alive and not broken. I mean, that's a good daily affirmation. I'm just saying. But also, specifically for this freeze, the goal is keep everything alive and not broken. So whatever you need to do, if you need tips, go to Google and hit it. Top 10 tips on how to take care of it when it's going to become a freezing night in Florida. What do I do? Boop, follow it, baby. Hit it up on ChatGPT, Grok, or Claude, whatever you want to do, whatever your choice AI is, to make sure that it leads you to the promised land. And make sure everything stays alive and not broken. That's pretty much what we want to do. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I like a nice cool night. I like when it's cold in my bedroom and I get to snuggle under my comforter and it's just warm and wonderful under there. On the outside, it's nice and refreshing and cool and relaxing. Sign me up, dog. That's the way I roll. But yeah, man, so make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you stay nice and warm tonight. And if you guys are going to be there on Saturday, let me know. Let me know where you're going to be. Tell me where you're going to be. I would love to see you. I'd love to throw you some beads. I'd love to snap a picture of you. I'd love to send you a selfie. I'd love to whatever, man. But let me know if you're going to be there because that would be absolutely wonderful to see you guys. I do want to bring up one more photo just because we were really fortunate to get an entire shot of our crew this past Saturday. So a huge shout out to everybody that made it possible. That was the entire float crew right there, from operations to volunteers. Everybody working really hard to put an absolutely wonderful, wonderful event together. I didn't realize they were taking the picture, so I came down the stairs as fast as I could and buried myself in the shadow right here. So this is me with the American flag bandana on, not really knowing what's happening because I was slightly I don't know, focused on a bunch of other stuff. And then I saw everybody gathering. I was like, oh, what's going on? And people were calling for everybody else. But, I was like, wait a minute. I think we're doing a picture. Boop, 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 boop. I was a little last minute, but hey, it is what I'm actually not that tall, Tracy Perry. I know you think my attitude is a big attitude. I'm like a 14-pound Cairn Terrier that thinks he's a 65-pound Rottweiler, and I'm not. But it's all right. It's all right because maybe I am. Who knows? Who knows? But you already had a great time this past weekend. I hope to see you guys on Friday night at 9:05. Again, we're going to be whipping up some Voodoo Chef right in the kitchen, some Voodoo Shrimp, which I'm really excited for. Getting all the ingredients together, myself, Tyler, and Michelle. We've all spent some time in the kitchen. We all enjoy cooking. Tyler, for specific things that he's very good at. Michelle likes to cook a lot of stuff. You're just Tracy Perry, you're always sweet. You're just the right amount of Billy. Oh, that's very nice. That's awesome. I'm going to have to say this. Tee-hee. That's true. So, yeah, man. So, hope you guys are having a good one. Thank you very much for spending some time with me tonight. I am going to go ahead and call it a night, folks. Thank you very much again. So, tonight, a great weekly rewind. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Thank you guys for being here to appreciate just love, man. Love and friends and community and just absolutely beautiful people. And I recommend if you lead with love you shall receive. It's been if you see what's going on in the news, if you see what's going on in the nation, it's really tough times, guys. So the one thing I want to tell you is to be safe. Think about yourself, think about your family, think about the people that you love and the people that love you, and be safe. Keep the people in the mind and in heart. Stand up for what you believe in. I will say that. Make sure you do it in a safe way. Make sure you're open-minded to different ideas and thoughts. Try to have genuine conversations and try to lead with love. And I'll try to do the same thing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very, very much for spending some time with me. It's great to see everybody. Great to see so many names and so many incredible people, so many familiar names, some brand new names. Kendra, I saw that you said you're not going to be there this Saturday. My heart is slightly broken. I don't like that. I'm crying a little bit. One Billy tear. Just the perfect amount of Billy tears. But this Saturday, we're going to be live from Tampa, from Bayshore Boulevard, riding on the incredible Voodoo float down Bayshore Boulevard for 2026 Gasparilla. So I'll take some shots and some video, do my best to stream. There's a lot of cellular use in that area, so cellular streaming really doesn't work that well. But on Friday night at 9:05, we're going live, and we're going to whip up some Voodoo Shrimp, baby. And I hope we do it justice. I really do. A huge shout out to Chef Eric Youngs for making all of this possible. A huge shout out to the entire KitchenKillaz team. Thank you guys very, very much for supporting me and supporting KitchenKillaz and what we do. To our entire community, thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your lives, to be a part of your community. We always are trying to meet new people. So if you are wanting to be a part of our community, you are welcome to. If you have a community that you'd like us to be a part of, we would love to. So keep in touch. Reach us out, kitchenkillaz@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media channels. And a huge shout out not only to Voodoo Chef Foundation, but to Christian Basil and the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We're streaming live to their services right now. So a huge shout out to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS and all of their followers. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Christian Basil on 2.9 million views on his YouTube channel. He has worked tirelessly day in and day out for almost 8 years to make that happen, and he is not showing any signs of slowing down soon. So you guys have a good night. Stay out of trouble. I'm going to show you a little bit of a barbecue commercial, and you guys have a fantastic evening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which is actually not a lot on that list, but keep everybody safe. Don't break anything. Other than that, enjoy.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Right down, I didn't listen to that voicemail.